Alright, so what next? Well, again, what we've been working on so far has been typography, so let's continue through the other typographical elements on the page. Right now, we're focused on the headings, so let's jump back to the mockup, and we were working from the top down. So we finished this heading, we already have this heading, and now it seems like it would be time to do these headings here. So these headings have a lot in common with the original heading we were working with. They're all caps, the colors look the same, the spacing between the letters looks proportionally the same here as it does here, though the actual space is probably going to be smaller. So just like we did before, let's capture this little part of the design so that we can measure our HTML and CSS against it. So I'll make sure that the rectangle marquee tool is selected, and I'll draw a square around one of these. We'll copy it, create a new document, paste it, and let's save it for the web. I'll click save, and we'll call this Passion heading. Let's jump back to our code and change the source here for our design examples to Passion heading. And then let's add our HTML right below it. So which HTML should we use? Well, if we look at our design, it seems like these would be subheadings of this. And we've already decided that this heading is going to be a heading 2. So let's make these heading 3s. I'll go back to our code and let's add it in. Okay, so this is the base HTML, but as we know now, this isn't enough to begin styling it. We need some identifier here. Like the other headings here, this heading appears in the context of a component, so we need to decide where the edge of the component is. Let's jump back to the design. As we talked about before, it seems like there's a clear line that goes around this box and icon here. So the tricky part is, what would this be called? So again, if we're trying to figure out a name, we could do a search in Google with some relevant keywords, like icon and box. Now, if you don't want to go through that, or you do and you still don't come up with any design patterns that accurately describe this, then we can just try to call it what it is. How about icon box? So let's jump back to the editor, and we'll add a section around this. It feels like since we're dealing with headings inside of the box, that a section might be the better HTML over just a plain div. So let's do section. We'll give it the class icon box. And again, we're going to use underscores since it's multiple words describing this. And then let's add an ending section tag. And then we'll add a class to our h3. So class equals, and we'll begin with the name of the component. We'll add a dash and then a description, which in this case seems like title. All right, great. Let's save that. Let's jump back to our browser and refresh. And here we have our image and our unstyled heading. Note that if you don't have Photoshop or don't want to go through the process of cutting and saving this image, that you can use the 12th step, which is called passionheading.png, and just copy that over to the directory where you have all of your other files.